What is the purpose of legal mass immigration? Mass immigration serves two main purposes, one political, the other spiritual. You could say one is natural, the other supernatural. In Australia, up until the 1970s, mass immigration was predominantly European. It aimed primarily to boost the workforce and increase the population during a period of post-war development and full employment. This era also saw the implementation of the White Australia policy, designed to preserve the cultural and ethnic identity of European Australians. In the following decades, as Australia engaged in growing trade with Asian countries, it faced criticism for limiting Asian immigration. In response, policies shifted to allow increased Asian immigration, with government messaging focused on promoting an image of Australia as a non-racist, inclusive society. In Britain during the post-war period, large numbers of West Indian immigrants arrived, many from Commonwealth nations such as Jamaica and Trinidad. This was encouraged to help rebuild the economy after the war. Later, immigration expanded to include people from other Commonwealth nations, particularly South Asia and Africa. In more recent years, Britain, like many Western nations, experienced a rise in both legal and illegal immigration, including significant Muslim migration. Similar patterns emerged across other former European colonies, where immigration was initially aimed at economic growth, while maintaining cultural continuity through a dominant European identity. What is the purpose of illegal mass immigration? In recent decades, mass illegal immigration has occurred, often tacitly tolerated, in Europe, the UK and the USA. The stated justifications have included enriching national cultures, promoting diversity, and addressing labour shortages. Criticism of immigration policies has frequently been dismissed or vilified as racist, bigoted, far-right, or even fascist. This has led to a kind of dualism within Western societies. Nations that once focused on nation-building, either through colonization or post-war reconstruction, gradually adopted multiculturalism and religious pluralism, influenced by liberal democratic ideals. But what are the deeper motivations for supporting both legal and illegal immigration, especially from Muslim-majority and non-Western nations? Some argue that liberal elites aim to fragment society to make it more manageable. Divided societies, lacking cultural cohesion, are easier to control. A unified people with shared values, history and faith present a stronger resistance to authoritarianism. In this view, Christianity, particularly in its traditional forms, must be undermined or displaced to achieve a more controllable society. Often, socialist ideologies are seen as aligned with these goals, facilitating the erosion of Christianity in favour of secular or alternative systems. However, the situation is more complex, and for those of a spiritual outlook, it can be seen as involving both divine and demonic influences. God recognizes the deep connection between people and their ancestral lands, a connection that transcends human consciousness and is not therefore understood. Some people will feel a deep attachment and sense of belonging to their place of birth. Satan, by contrast, is not opposed to Christianity as a nominal religion, but to its moral and spiritual strength that comes from the saints united in spirit. His aim is to dilute, compromise, and ultimately subjugate Christianity. Other religions, or even secular ideologies, can serve this purpose. From a spiritual perspective, Satan fosters division, prejudice, conflict, and despair, whether in families or nations. Multiculturalism, without a shared moral and spiritual foundation, may become fertile ground for such discord. In conclusion, Christian nations would have been wiser to preserve their cultural and spiritual unity. God bless.